Did you know DC airports showcase rotating art exhibits, live performances, and public art displays? Reagan National Airport rolled out 2 must-see exhibits for May and June. The 31st Annual Congressional Arts Competition exhibit celebrates the work of budding Picassos from every U.S. congressional district and runs from May 16th to July 31st in the Terminal B and C baggage claim level. Launched in 1982 by the Congressional Institute, the nationwide competition showcases the work of more than 650,000 talented high school artists. The students submitted their entries to their local legislators and were judged by a panel of artists. The winning works, an eye-popping mix of photographs, digital composites, drawings, and paintings, will be on display in the U.S. Capitol well into 2014. Jets is Art, a new photo exhibit on display in Reagan National's Gallery Walk through December 8th, displays high-flying works by New York-based photographer Jeffrey Milstein. Using a high-resolution, high-speed digital camera, Milstein captures dozens of colorful commercial jets, including the Air Canada Boeing 767 and a Virgin Atlantic Airways Airbus A340 as they whizzed over him at speeds topping out around 175 miles per hour. The simple graphic images are nothing short of stunning.
Please do your part to keep our airport green by recycling paper, plastic, cans and glass bottles in the receptacles located throughout the concourses.
You've got your bags and you're ready to go. But how? Well, yellow means go with Supreme. An outside taxi to some places in the DC area can be costly. Supreme Airport Shuttle gets you there for a fraction of their price. There are other shuttles out there, but they're more expensive and only service the immediate DC area. Supreme Airport Shuttle will take you anywhere. Baltimore, Richmond, New York, West Virginia, California if that's your thing. So let Supreme's licensed, certified, and friendly drivers get you where you need to go right now. Look for the yellow sign and counter at Ground Transportation doors 2 and 6. Yellow means go with Supreme.
Hi, I'm Angela B. Pan, and I'm a professional Washington, D.C. photographer. I like shooting the Smithsonian museums because each one is so different. There's opportunities to shoot so many different things. And here are my tips for shooting the Smithsonian museums. The Smithsonian museums don't allow tripods, so get creative and use ledges, banisters, or anything else to steady your camera. And my second tip is, when shooting through glass, turn off your flash so you can avoid reflections in your pictures. And my third tip is, try capturing your subject from a different point of view. The elephant in the Natural History Museum is the centerpiece of the museum. What I wanted to do is capture it in a different angle. Try looking for different perspectives, like this one looking down. I saw a lot of people shooting it from the front, so I wanted to go behind it and try to capture something different that people haven't seen before. It just provides a different point of view of the subject. The jellyfish was a little bit difficult because the aquarium was so dark. So I propped my lens really close to the glass and held it as steady as I could without any flash so I wouldn't get any reflection.
Welcome to the Americana Hotel, celebrating 50 years of clean, comfortable, convenient, affordable, and friendly accommodations to Washington, D.C. travelers. During 2013, and subject to availability, we're offering all of our standard rooms for just $63 in honor of our opening in 1963. Don't waste your money on an overpriced hotel room in D.C. Stay just 5 minutes away in Crystal City for up to 50% less. You'll get comparable amenities and more, plus a free shuttle, continental breakfast, and Wi-Fi.
Washington Fly Magazine. This is Behind the Pages.
The main event of ramen is the soup and the noodles. Balance is one of the most important things, as well as harmonious contradiction. When you make ramen, it's several elements coming together at the last moment. That is the stock, the tare, which is the concentrated salt, the freshly boiled noodles, and the toppings. All those took a long time to make. Our noodles are aged about 10 days. The process of making stock is about 16 hours. Tare is also very long. Some components of tare, you will let it sit for 10 days just to make it mild and more integrated. So all these sort of things take a long time, but you only put them together when the order is made. So there is a sort of contradiction within that fresh and old coexist at the same time. We serve Sapporo style ramen. As one gets to like ramen and know ramen, they tend to be really particular about noodles and soup. Eating ramen is very personal. There's no proper or improper way. You can eat it the way you want. But the best way to eat it, when the ramen arrives in front of you, you'll take a little spoon, or in a lot of places in Japan don't even give you a spoon. You just take the bowl and just take a sip of that broth before it's mixed with something. So you understand the complexity of the stock, what kind of sauce it's there, and so on and so forth. Then immediately go to the noodles. If you have a piece of chashu, which is the roast pork, that is on it, I do recommend you to kind of push that in so that the soup can heat it up and make it really tender, and you'll get out more flavor from it. Then just immediately go to the noodles and start eating noodles. I would pay attention to the way the noodle smells when you break it out from the soup, if you will. It has a very particular kansui. Kansui is an alkaline salt agent that gives a particular texture to the noodle, and it has a pleasant smell, as well as the smell of the wheat itself. So, do pay attention to that and just start slurping. When you do slurp, look down. Otherwise, it's gonna go all over your face and you'll have, soup on your shirt and what have you. So it's very important to just look down into your bowl and slurp, directly. Some people do come here, drink and eat, and then go downstairs to finish off with ramen. Or they'll go to ramen and then come upstairs for a drink. If they leave here with that sort of, euphorious ramen coma, I think we did our job.
You can expect the best at the Comfort Inn & Suites Dulles Airport. Conveniently located only 10 minutes from the airport, there's a free shuttle for guests from 5 a.m. to midnight. You'll love our accommodations, as well as our friendly and helpful staff. And you'll also love our full hot breakfast every morning, along with a free manager's reception every Tuesday night. The Comfort Inn & Suites Dulles Airport gives you all of this and more in your stylish home away from home.
Looking for fun, interesting things to do in the DC area this fall? Washington Flyer TV has you covered. Through November 10th, acclaimed artist Faith Ringgold brings her images from the 1960s to DC at the National Museum of Women in the Arts. Ringgold introduced the African American story quilt revival in the 1970s, but first embarked on illustrating the civil rights and feminist movements. The exhibit will feature 45 rarely exhibited paintings symbolizing the historic events of the 1960s with big faces and bold colors. The Woolly Mammoth Theater Company delivers yet another barrel of laughs in its new play, Detroit. A Pulitzer Prize finalist, Detroit explores the turbulence of the current U.S. economy through musical numbers laced with dark and dangerous overtones. From September 27 to October 27, Ford's Theater presents The Laramie Project, a stage event reflecting a community's response to the 1998 murder of Matthew Shepard.
Matthew Shepard was the victim of a hate crime in Laramie, Wyoming. He was a gay man. He was kidnapped, beaten, tied to a fence, and left there to die. It sparked national attention and basically was a watershed moment in America.
The Laramie Project calls attention to nonviolence and acceptance and is sure to leave an emotional yet powerful impact on its audiences. Mount Vernon, the historic home of George Washington, is gorgeous by day. But just after Thanksgiving, the historic property hosts enchanting tours of the estate, fireside caroling, and festive fall treats, and unexpected appearances by Mr. Washington and his history-making pals. Through January, the National Gallery of Art hosts a retrospective exhibit on the 19th century French photographer Charles Marville. Known for his versatility, Marville captures the history and beauty of Parisian landscapes. The exhibit features 100 photos that have defined Marville's career. This October, the annual Kids Euro Festival rolls into Washington, D.C. Bring the kiddos to see magicians, storytellers, dancers, and more. The week-long event will feature over 160 performances, 70 hands-on kid-friendly workshops, and 17 movies that are sure to entertain the entire family.
Whether you're a native Washingtonian or just visiting the city, pick up the new Washington Flyer magazine for tips on where to go and what to see in the nation's capital and the greater DC area. In the new issue of Washington Flyer, we interviewed cello maestro Yo-Yo Ma, who's poised to open the Kennedy Center's fall season as a special guest with the National Symphony Orchestra. Ma considers DC a second home. He talked to Washington Flyer about the role of music in politics and shares his favorite places to eat and drink and see art and exhibits in the nation's capital. Washington is famous for its museums and grand institutions, but there's more to art in DC than the National Mall. We round up some of the city's smaller, more grassroots galleries and museums in a curated guide to experiencing fine art in DC. From avant-garde art shows to pop-up galleries, there are more ways than ever to see art in the district. DC is a consummate food city, and in the new issue, we profile 3 DC chefs who have risen to fame from inside the ranks of the city's competitive dining scene. Victor Albisu, who honed his cooking chops at BLT Steak, has a new home at Del Campo, an elegant outpost in the Penn Quarter that specializes in Latin flavors while elevating the art of grilling to new heights. Bacon wrap filet, house-made chorizo, and beet-top goat cheese wheels are among the delectable dishes served at this new hotspot. Just a few blocks away, Frederick Dupuy, a former chef at popular restaurant Smith Commons, has opened Azur, a mouthwatering tribute to the bounty of the seas. From crispy calamari topped with spicy peanuts to char-streaked peasant bread, this new haven is a foodie's paradise. Looking for fun things to do in town? Washington Flyer's dossier section gives you the skinny on all the hot happenings and events in the DC area. Don't miss the Corcoran Gallery of Art's new exhibit, The Alien's Guide to the Ruins of Washington, D.C., which features the multimedia works of Ellen Harvey, who explores what Capitol landmarks might look like to aliens landing on Earth 10,000 years in the future. Not to worry, the resulting images are more strikingly beautiful than terrifying. Experience the grandeur and beauty of traditional Chinese music melded with Western symphonic arrangements when China's Shenyang Symphony Orchestra takes the stage at the Kennedy Center September 27th. It's all inside the September-October issue of Washington Flyer, available now in the baggage claim area.
Welcome to the Embassy Suites North and Homewood Suites Dulles, the perfect oasis of comfort and style, just minutes from Dulles Airport with our round-the-clock free shuttle service. At Embassy Suites, expect gorgeous 2-room suites, cook-to-order breakfast, and meeting space to accommodate up to 200 people. At Homewood Suites, you'll also find exceptional 2-room suites, a full breakfast, and the Homewood dinner, Monday through Thursday night. Embassy Suites North and Homewood Suites Dulles. Great choices for your busy travel or meeting schedule.
I'm a full-time blogger. My blog is called Popville, and the mission of the site is to really connect people with the city. It started with me observing, things that I liked about the city. And it sort of spread into not only just me observing, but all the many, many readers observing. DC has changed so much. The restaurant and bar scene has just exploded. The first place that I would take you to is also the newest place. It's a French bistro restaurant called Le Diplomate. It's probably one of the nicest built new restaurants in the entire city. The menu itself is spectacular. It's from a well-known owner chef from Philadelphia called Steven Starr. It sits on a beautiful corner, large lot. The greenery, the outdoor seating. It's a good example of how the neighborhood has changed as well. There's a very cool oyster bar called Pearl Dive Oyster Palace. So we're at Pearl Dive Oyster Palace right now, which is on the first floor, and then Blackjack Bar, which is on the second floor. It's got a really cool sort of indoor-outdoor vibe. You can actually sit at a bar on the outside facing the bar. It's very sort of chill, dark, comfortable. You can have like 4 or 5 people meet there, and it's spacious enough that you don't feel like you're totally crammed. And it's pretty new too, less than 2 years old. We're at Church Key and Birch and Barley. Church Key upstairs, Birch and Barley downstairs. Upstairs is more like a bar where you can get bar eats and drink beer. Downstairs is more restaurant dining. The coolest thing about this spot is the craft beer. It's known for having one of the best craft beer lists in the whole city. It's also a great spot for a happy hour to meet people after work. Now I'm off to take some pictures and grab a drink. Check me out on popville.com.
Welcome to the Comfort Suite Chantilly, where little luxuries and impeccable service go hand in hand. This exceptional hotel is located just minutes from Dulles Airport, with a free transportation service provided to guests. You'll also find clean, comfortable rooms with free high-speed internet, microwaves, and refrigerators. And if you want a little fitness when traveling, check out our workout room or go for a dip in our indoor pool. Top everything off with a free hot breakfast every morning while you read a complimentary newspaper. Comfort Suite Chantilly, a gracious home away from home.
Washington Fly Magazine. This is Behind the Pages.
The concept of Bar Mini came out of Jose's long trajectory working with cocktails. We embark in a beautiful journey of the cocktail, and we're able to showcase the history of cocktail through the glass. Our glassware is vintage, so we want every cocktail to tell a story. The way Bar Mini and Mini Bar work together is one complements the other one. There are certain experiences at Mini Bar that require of a cocktail or perhaps a non-alcoholic beverage, and all those are created at Bar Mini. Our main purpose is hospitality. It's not all the things. We're really focused on hospitality. So after we get to achieve our guests to be comfortable, we just walk them and try to find out what is the perfect cocktail for them. The innovation about my work, it's self-explanatory. I get to grab a cocktail, and instead of like looking at it, I get to touch it, lift it up, look at the bottom, look at the top, look at the size, and I get to think about it in different ways and deconstruct it if I have to. Key cocktails on the menu, one of them is called the Gardener, and that basically embodies fresh vegetables, the sweetness of a mint syrup, cucumber, and I'm using gin as a base spirit on the cocktail. I'm just like basically lifting up all those flavors and aromas. You don't have to wait till Friday afternoon to have a great cocktail. We encourage our guests to come behind the bar and do things and garnish their own drinks. We don't want to create a barrier that will divide the guest from the employee. So it's a friendship starting with a cocktail. So that's the ultimate hospitality thing that we wanted to do.
Welcome to the Hilton Crystal City, adjacent to Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. Our rooms are spacious and comfortable, and if you want to relax, don't forget to check out our indoor rooftop heated pool along with a 24-hour fitness center. We have great dining at Bistro Ondine's, and you can relax with a drink in Clark's Lobby Lounge. We offer free hotel shuttle service to Metro, nearby shopping and restaurants. Hilton Crystal City, a gorgeous space in the heart of Arlington.
The Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority is pleased to offer travelers at Reagan National and Dulles International Airports free Wi-Fi service. To log on from your electronic device, simply open your browser, find the airport's Wi-Fi link, and let your online search begin. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and wherever you roam throughout Reagan National and Dulles International Airports.
When I do food that I find comforting, other people connect with it in some level as well. Buchert's is a revisiting of the past. This space that we're in right now actually was Buchert's Saloon back in the 1890s to 1915. We kind of discovered the history of the space and decided to go along with that name. One of the key aspects to the menu is called the Margaret's Market, and it's a focus on 6 different vegetable preparations that kind of highlights the vegetables that we get from the farms, as opposed to vegetables being a secondary component to a regular dish. I have a little bit of experience with television, chef, celebrityism. I was on Chopped. You got to put in the hard work, whether you've been on TV or not. Being a chef is no illustrious thing. I mean, it's long hours, it's tough, you sacrifice a lot for what you do. The food scene in DC is getting better every year, you know. We get newer restaurants every year and better chefs and younger chefs like myself and everybody trying to open new restaurants and do new things and really elevating the level of DC's food scene. been great to actually have the restaurant come into fruition and the food actually on the plate and going out and people thanking me for being here and thanking me for the food that we're doing. It's inspirational.
You've got your bags and you're ready to go. But how? Well, yellow means go with Supreme. An outside taxi to some places in the DC area can be costly. Supreme Airport Shuttle gets you there for a fraction of their price. There are other shuttles out there, but they're more expensive and only service the immediate DC area. Supreme Airport Shuttle will take you anywhere. Baltimore, Richmond, New York, West Virginia, California if that's your thing. So let Supreme's licensed, certified, and friendly drivers get you where you need to go right now. Look for the yellow sign and counter at ground transportation doors 2 and 6. Yellow means go with Supreme.
Hi, I'm Dorothy Tanae Redmond. My name is Mariah.
I'm Trey Morissette, Mr. I'm So VIP.
My name is Marlon.
Hi, I'm Simone. And this morning, I decided it was a little chilly, so I put on a light blue sleeve shirt and threw on the chucks because blue and red is a nice commentary to each other, I guess. And I just threw on some regular dark jeans. This was a gift from my friend Frenchie, so I have no idea where she got it from. But I also accessorized it with a sweater I got from Old Navy. So this is my vintage summer look.
I keep it plain and simple. Some white forces, some Levi jeans. I got this from Last Stop. Regular tank top.
Diamond Supply tank top. With Michael Kors watch, with my Yeezys, some regular wash jeans, and keep it simple.
I needed something transitional just in case I wanted to go to the gym. Yay Gay is from Human Rights. These sweatpants are from American Apparel, and the shoes are from Urban Outfitters or H&M. My bag is Secrets.
I just got this romper on. I got it from Forever 21. And my shoes, they're Steve Madden, so, you know, nothing fancy.
My definition of style is comfort and complimentary.
Style is expression through physical appearance.
Whatever your personal opinion is, however you want yourself to look, and it's you, then it's your style.
My definition of style is very put together, very neat, but always makes a statement.
If you're gonna do it big. That's my motto.
Are you reaching DC first? We are. Washington Flyer reaches DC travelers and locals first, and at their most receptive time, when they initially arrive in DC. Washington Flyer Media offers a fully integrated experience that optimizes your reach, showcases your business, and positions your brand in front of the DC consumer first. Located in high-traffic areas throughout DC airports, Washington Flyer TV delivers engaging cultural programs covering the best in regional and global experiences, destinations, food, and more. Viewers use Flyer TV's timely, accessible content to help make decisions and purchases. Our exclusive arrangement with CNN Airport Network provides additional brand exposure and audience reach. Washington Flyer Magazine is the most recognized and trusted source of information for travelers to and from the nation's capital. Every issue offers readers an insider's guide to travel, dining, entertainment, and cultural events. Never settle for second. Position your business first with Washington Flyer.
I'm Elliot Spiesman. I'm one of the co-owners of A M2P Donuts and Fried Chicken. I always had a love and a passion for gourmet foods and always had a love for donuts and fried chicken. Jason is a very talented chef. He's created a great menu.
So she adds the wet ingredients to the dry and mixes it until a rough dough forms, and then she'll add the butter.
We wanted to take donuts to the next level. We wanted to use good quality ingredients, seasonal ingredients, and gourmet ingredients, and reinvent that donut. Whichever kind of in season he fits into the menu. Today, the flavors we are offering are passion fruit chocolate, blood orange, bourbon vanilla, maple bacon, carrot cake, Boston cream, triple chocolate, chocolate pretzel, twink nut, which is a play on a Twinkie, and creme brulee. So all the square donuts are filled.
My name's Judd, and I've been touring all the donut places in Washington, D.C. Today I'm here to try Astro Donuts.
Our top sellers is our maple bacon, maple glaze with Benton's bacon bits on top. Also our creme brulee, it's a vanilla custard filling with a brulee vanilla glaze. And then lastly we have our twink nut. It's a vanilla cake donut, buttercream filling, and a vanilla glaze. It's chef's version of the Twinkie.
This is my friend Katie. She's here to join me today to figure out which of these donuts is best. You ready to go?
I am ready.
It's breakfast time, so I'm going to start with the bacon maple.
What is this?
That is the Twinkie nut. Okay, here I go. Mmm. Wow.
What's it taste like?
Tastes like maple and bacon and donut.
Yum. Okay, and this is the...
Perfectly named. What does that one taste like?
Whoa, sweet.
They said it was supposed to be like a Twinkie.
Tastes like a Twinkie cake.
Wow, that is crazy sweet. That is some kind of good donut.
That's my kind of donut.
That's the maple bacon one.
Bacon and sweetness, I like it.
This is the creme brulee. I'm gonna tear it in half. Wow, that's the one. Of all the places I've been, I think this is my very favorite donut so far. It's the creme brulee here at Astro Donuts.
Welcome to the Hyatt Crystal City. We're in Reagan National Airport's backyard and minutes from downtown Washington. At the Hyatt Crystal City, you'll find incredible guest rooms and amenities, along with plenty of gorgeous spaces to unwind after a long trip or a busy day of meetings. We also have great places to dine and a state-of-the-art fitness center to stay in shape when you're on the road. For an exceptional experience in Washington, the Hyatt Crystal City is your choice for comfort and impeccable style.
At Del Campo, we're focused on elevating the art of the South American grill and focusing on the countries of Peru, Argentina, and Uruguay. From ceviches to crudos to salads, it all touches the grill. Our olive oil is smoked, our breaded service is grilled. Everything has smoke or grill or char on it. And this is a really beautiful ribeye that we're slow grilling right now. To me, that's the one unifying flavor that South American cuisine has to offer. Today we're doing a Del Campo beet salad, which is all charred and grilled vegetables and cheese. We have these beautiful grilled beets that we're gonna dress with beet juice and a little bit of burnt onion. We're also gonna take a little bit of chopped herbs, a little bit of olive oil, and we're gonna season it with salt, a little bit of pepper, fresh ground, and then mix that up real nice. Then we begin to stack them. So these are all baby beets that have been charred and grilled. And here we have some beet greens. The tops of the beets, again, we season with a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Raw beets, we have these very pretty candy cane and yellow beets that are sliced beautifully. And then we dress it with a little bit of olive oil and citrus. So this is all beet all the time. We have grilled beets, charred beets, raw beets, and beet greens. To finish the dish, we add some crispy garlic chips, and we drizzle a little bit more of that burnt onion and beet juice into the cast iron, and a little bit more of our herb oil as well. And that's our beet salad in Del Campo. The menu at Del Campo is very, very versatile. You could start with ceviches, you could have street food items, you could have grilled salads, and then you can finish with the asado, which is served on kind of a dramatic wood board and served in a way where people can share in a family style.
Reston is a very unique place. It has a really great tradition of public art and an approach to public art that was really ahead of its time in terms of integrating art and urban design and architecture.
It seemed to me obvious that
Any development should have its functional facets, but it also should have fun, beauty, fantasy.
There's sculpture that's sophisticated for adults. There's sculpture that's playthings for children. And yet they all belong and they all have a place. They're all fixed in situ in the environment.
Any evening, probably 10 months out of the year, at Mercury Fountain. The fountain's there, you see kids playing, people gathered around it. That, to me, is one of the most wonderful things that comes with public art. The spirit of community that comes alive in a place like that.
So all of you are going to make little stars that I'm going to place throughout the big mosaic.
Well, the stars that the kids made were great, and it just shows you how unique and precious every child is, because each star was unique and precious.
It feels really good. I feel like I've been a real part of something.
I have to agree with Noah. It feels like we really helped contribute to this.
That's a key component of what IPAR is doing with public art, is creating ways for people to have a meaningful connection to the art-making process.
I am often asked, what's the point of public art? What's the point? Well, what's the point of anything that's fun? To the extent that we can increase the pleasurable experience of living for other people, we've done something that's really very nice, very, very good.
Hi, I'm Chief Steve Hall with the Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority.
And I'm Janet Napolitano, Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security.
We're proud to partner with DHS on the If You See Something, Say Something campaign. If you see something suspicious in or around the airport, say something to airport authorities to make it right.
We all have a role in protecting our communities, and you can help.
If you see something, say something.